So I am dealing with an injury. And then my last rep, I just failed. This week's training went really, really well. I'm so relieved. I finally feel like things are kind of clicking. Things are progressing so well, and I don't want anything to get in the way of that. I've never had problems with this before. I kind of got stuck. We're only 2 weeks away, so there's not a whole lot of time. Like, this has got to get better quickly. I don't want to say it. I don't want to put this out into the universe. I'm a little bit afraid to bomb, honestly. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the finale of the Provincials prep series. So I am very happy to report to you that number one, I did not bomb, so woohoo, goal accomplished. Number two, I hit PRs across the board. And number three, I went 9 for 9 and 27 for 27 white lights. And number four, I even got my bench goal, which means that I am the heaviest female bench presser in the province of Alberta across all weight classes. So let's get into the meet recap because I hit some pretty big milestones. As I mentioned, I hit PRs across the board. The day just went really well. And then I will talk about where we go from here. So, day started, I weighed in at 60.40 kilograms. I told you that I had been sort of bulking. I'd made the decision to stay as a 63 kilo lifter for the remainder of the year. So I was sort of bulking to try to fill out the weight class as much as I could, especially with equipped lifting. Having that, what Natalie calls the squish factor, can really help your lifts. And after Worlds last year, after I'd cut to 52 kilos, I was regaining weight relatively quickly, just sort of going back to my set point. And of course, as one puts on size, one gets stronger. So that was really fun and sort of a really attractive prospect for me. So I had been eating in a surplus, trying to gain a little bit of weight, but my body was really resistant to getting above sort of 60 or 61 kilos. So I had tried to eat up, you know, the day before the meet. I ate some mini donuts from the fair, I had some KFC, and even then 60.4 was the best I could do. So it is what it is. I mean, it is nice to not have to worry about weight and worry about cutting. Like, I didn't even bring my own scale. I just sort of showed up and weighed what I weighed. I knew I would weigh over 57 kilos and under 63, so whatever. I just really wanted to put myself in the best position to have the best day possible. And I thought if I could be as heavy as I could, you know, the equipment sort of fits a little bit better. The joints are maybe a little bit more lubricated, at least, you know, psychologically you kind of think that. But yeah, 60.4 was the final weigh-in. So I started warming up for squats. Everything was feeling okay. So the week before the competition, it was a taper week, so all the weights were really light. I squatted once, deadlifted once, and benched a few times. I told her that I had planned to sort of increase the weights used in my bench to get my mind sort of in a better position, and I was really working on mindset. That was something that I had focused on all week. I did not want to be afraid or tentative or hesitant under the bar. I wanted to go with confidence and not be afraid that it was gonna hurt or doubt myself or whatever. So my shoulder was feeling okay at this point. Like, that rest had really done it some good. I had been taking a lot of ibuprofen leading into the meet, which is not ideal, but I kind of made a deal with myself that after the meet I would cut it off, you know, save the kidneys, and then just deal with the pain. So anyway, meet day, squats were feeling okay. Like, getting under the bar is always a little uncomfortable in the low bar position, but it was okay. I went out, took my opener, moved very quickly. It moved faster in the video than it felt in real life. Like, it didn't feel like it was slow, but in the video it was like RPE air, basically.
That's a good lift. Green, white, light.
So that was awesome. And then I moved up to 240, which was already a meet PR.
What?
Oh, that is deep. Good lift.
Red light, green, white lights. Up next we got
At my last equipped meet at Provincials last year, I hit 235, and that was my best ever. And so hit 240 on my second attempt this time, and then for my third attempt, I hit 245.
With equipped, it's always kind of lumpy in the gear. I usually flip it on my way out, but I can't do that soon.
Well done.
Way to go, Maria.
So that was a 10 kilo PR. On that rep, I was sort of fighting my like mental demons, I guess. Like I sort of got misgrooved toward the bottom. And I remember part of myself was like, oh, you should quit now. You're out of groove. Like, oh, you should just stop, right? And then of course there's the part of me that powers through that fights against that part, but so that was annoying. And then yeah, like I did mention, I did get out of groove a little bit. I sort of tweaked my back a little bit on the way up too as a result. Like I just lost integrity in my core. So that wasn't ideal, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I got the lift, so excellent. Good start to the day. So then bench. Oh gosh, okay. So I mistimed my bench warm-ups. I thought I had much more time than I did. So we're just kind of taking it, you know, just casual, just, you know, whatever, second attempts will like take the bar. I only have a few warm-ups anyway, it's not a big deal. So got those warm-ups done. I put my shirt on, and then we actually wanted to talk to the person doing handoffs. I wanted to get that sort of out of the way rather than have to go up on the platform and explain to them how I want my handoffs. I don't have a very complicated system for handoffs. Like it's not like I have special cues and it's like overly difficult, but I do like the handoff person to take most of the weight or as much of the weight as possible and then lower it, or then bring it out and then lower it very gently. That's pretty common knowledge, but it's not always, right? So I want to make that clear, and it's different for equipped than for raw. Like I definitely need them to take more of the weight for equipped than for raw. And at a meet like Provincials, all the spotters and loaders were just sort of hanging about, so I got to see who was going to give the handoffs and talk to them directly, kind of work it out, and so that was awesome. But that was already after they had cut off changes to openers for my flight, which means that there were fewer than 3 minutes left until my flight started. And I had not done a rep in my shirt. I just put it on, talked to the handoff person, and then I was like, okay, I better hurry. Because my flight wasn't that big. I think there were 10 of us. And I was opening, of course, at the bottom of my flight. I was opening last, but, you know, normally I like a little more time to warm up in the shirt. So anyway, we rushed back there, do a single to a 2-board, a single to a half board, and then a touch. And I don't remember what the weights were. I know we did the 2-board with 115, and then I don't remember what the touch was, 115 or 120. But anyway, got it up, it was fine. And I was a little bit nervous because initially our plan was to have those warm-ups done before the 3-minute cutoff, like just in case warm-ups went poorly, we could adjust at that point and then have a long break until my first attempt. But anyway, that was not the case. But anyway, we got the warm-ups done. I had a little small break before I went out to open, and I opened with 126 kilograms, which was a little bit cheeky on my part because the previous national record was 116 kilograms for the bench press in the 3-lift equipped 63 kilo class. So that's a little cheeky just to be like 10 kilos up just to open. And anyway, so I went out, took it. It actually moved really well.
Go, Maria. Come on, Maria. Come on.
Arch up! Arch up!
Push, push, push! Back.
you know, it was just a solid, clean lift, and I knew it as I pressed it, and it was probably the best a bench has felt in competition, like probably ever. Like it was, I felt really good. So then we went according to the plan. Second attempt was 133 kilos.
Let's go. Start. Maria. Big push, big push, big push.
White lights, national record attempt for Maria.
And then my last attempt was 138 kilograms. So that is 303 pounds. That is over 300 pounds. So that was very, very exciting to hit that milestone. And it is also the heaviest bench in the province across all weight classes. So that was really, really exciting.
138 kilo national record attempt for Maria.
Arch up! Arch up!
Big push, big
And the judges say, way to go, Maria!
What made it especially cool was that, one, I had some friends of mine in the audience watching and cheering me on, and I could hear them. And the whole crowd actually was like really, really behind me. It was really cheering me on. The person doing the announcing, Camille, hi Camille if you're watching, was hyping up the crowd, was telling them what was going on. And then when I actually finished my 138 kilo bench, all the guys who were in the next flight, so the next flight was 74 and 83 kilo lifters, I think, they had actually all come out to watch me because they kind of heard all the commotion and went out to watch. And it was cool to just get, you know, those congrats and like just see everybody watching, hear everyone's support and encouragement. All 3 attempts were really clean, or they felt very, very clean in my brain, and they got all 3 white lights. So presumably that's how they looked in real life also. And it was just a really, really great day for bench. Like it was really unexpected. Just how well it went. Like everything was just on. Like I can't even explain it. It just came together and it just worked. Like everything was just clicking. So that was amazing, and I'm very, very happy with how that turned out. Then we had deadlifts, and deadlifts I was only concerned about because I needed to get a deadlift in to secure my record, right? But you know, warm-ups were flying, moving really, really well. Threw my suit on, everyth's going well. Opened at 150.
big pull.
In the video, it looks even faster than it felt in my mind. Like it felt good, but in the video, it just flies. Like again, RPE air. So that was awesome. Then we moved up to 160 kilograms.
Big pull, big pull, big pull. Lock it up, lock it up.
So this was the weight I actually missed at Provincials. So it was a grinder, it was awful. There was, you know, ramping up and down. It was just, I got it out, but it was not a good lift. It was failed, of course. But this time I got it and it moved really, really well. Like no problems at all. And then for my third, I went for 165. And it was harder, of course, but no big problems there. I just had to, you know, I actually had to work a little bit for this lift at the end. And yeah, it was a great day. It was a 9 for 9 day, 27 for 27 white lights, PRs. I got 2 squat PRs, 2 deadlift PRs, 2 bench PRs. I know this is a new weight class for me. Like normally I compete as a 57, but I'm still counting them as PRs. And you know, my body held it together for meet day and I didn't bomb. So it was really, really just a fantastic day. It was a great event too. The meet organizer, Khalil, did a fantastic job. The venue was really, really nice. It was at the local rec center. So it was just like this huge room. The back room was enormous and there were like 5 platforms, all of these calibrated metal plates. So, you know, flight A, flight B, we never got in each other's way. So that was really, really awesome. And there was lots of room for the spectators. It wasn't like a stuffy room or anything. And the concession stand was really awesome. Like after my meet, we had these like mac and cheese spring rolls that were really good. It was a really unique item. I've never seen that anywhere else. So yeah, all in all, just a really, really fantastic event. It's awesome seeing all my friends again. After my session, I actually handled a friend of mine from Athabasca. He was competing in the 93 kilogram class and he had a great day. He went 9 for 9 also, hit PRs across the board. So yeah, it was good energy that day. It was a good day. Okay, and now one little bonus thing that happened that day. It was very much the icing on the cake. I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, but in last year's Provincials, they gave out a best overall equipped lifter award. So that was like male or female. And that was based on the point system, the IPF Good Lift points. But I lost by like 0.43 of a point. So, I was so close. And so since that happened, I kind of made it a bit of a goal to win that next year because I was so close. So this year actually there were fewer equipped lifters than last year. I was the only equipped female and there was only one equipped male lifter. So it was just the two of us, but he was very, very strong. And of course I had a banner day in the morning and he was lifting in the afternoon. And he was having a great day too. Like he's really strong. He's a 120 kilo lifter, so he's twice as big as I am, but he was having a great day. The weights were flying for him. And it was actually really close. I was watching the score sheet and just like keeping track of the points just to see like, oh, am I able to hang on? Can I get the best lifter award this year? And I did. I made it by like 1 point something points. So that was super awesome. I got this really cool jersey too. So let me just put it on, I'll show you. So this is my new jersey. It has the Powerlifting Union's new logo on it. It's kind of hard to see, so I will just post a photo in here of the front and the back. On the back, it has the number 1 and it says equipped, as in best equipped lifter. And let me show you the medal. This is the gold medal. It's also got the new logo on it, so it is pretty cool. So yeah, all in all, a great conclusion to this prep series. As you know, if you've been following along, there were many, many ups and downs. It was frustrating at times, it was scary at times, it was painful many times, but we pulled it together when it mattered, and I'm just very, very happy with the results. And I am proud of myself for powering through, you know, this injury, through the pain, for hopefully trying to be smart about it. I tried not to hurt myself more. I knew that I would probably suffer after the meet. I am doing that right now a little bit. My shoulders are not happy. It hurts to lift them above a certain height. Like yesterday it was hard to wash my face with this arm, but you know, it's not a new pain. So it's just sort of the usual old pain. It's just, you know, a little intensified. I lifted, you know, heavy yesterday. So hopefully with a few weeks rest, they will heal and I'll be back to full strength. I don't have any more meets planned this year. Not to say I won't do another meet, but I don't have any currently scheduled. The next meet will be CPU Nationals, which are in February, and then hopefully Worlds in South Africa in May. So the priority will be healing myself, healing my shoulders, and then we're back to business and back to getting as strong as we possibly can. And hopefully I will have another exciting, hopefully just as successful prep series to take you guys on next year. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for following along if you've watched this whole prep series. I appreciate your time and your viewership. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you all soon. Bye!